It's about the culture, it's about the art, and how it can like contribute socially and also nationally for everything, for the community, society. Everyone loves music. My name is Leonardo. I'm from Brazil. I work with records from 4 years now. I always been a collector of records, so it's involved what I have here in my shop, in my work, in my profession. It's about my love, passion, and also I try to provide to my customers a really great experience when you talk about music. I started collecting since I was like 13 years old. The first one that I ever bought was a Guns N' Roses Appetite for Destruction, among a Led Zeppelin Untitled that they call like Led Zeppelin 4. I grew up listening American music and also music from the entire world too, like Frank Zappa, Bad Company, Jimi Hendrix, and then like also other groups that performed at Woodstock, I grew up listening all of them. And today being here on your record shop, like providing and selling stuff that I grew up listening and that I can share, I can recommend, I can see people coming to my shop, buying those, and also sharing some stories with me. Those are the best part, I can tell you. I have customers that they come by here. My first concert was, like I said, Frank Zappa. I have a customer here that told me that. I said, oh my God, Frank Zappa. And another one that I had, I saw Led Zeppelin 4 times here. So for someone that grew up in Brazil, meeting someone that had that experience before, it's amazing. It's truly amazing. Like, I have customers. I went to Woodstock. When I moved to the United States, I saw there was a huge demand about Brazilian music here, like I said. Brazilian music it's known because we take some different rhythms from influence from worldwide, and we mix with our beats and make some great music too. The fact about I sell Brazilian music and also Bossa Nova, it's a really point that a lot of people come to my shop for the first time, okay? Because they don't know what is Bossa Nova. So they come here and they identify because maybe the name or what is that? And here's the right place for they know it, because I'll be happy to share with them, to show them, to recommend them what is Bossa Nova. We have jazz, we have also blues, we have R&B, we have soul. Like a Silva Lença samba is very known about Brazilian carnival, correct? Have some Brazilian jazz here too. Another samba one. Also we have psychedelic rock from Brazil. We call it Júpiter Maçã. The Brazilian presses, they are very interesting. That's one point that I would like to share with you. CDs came like mid-80s to late 80s, United States first, and well, like a huge technology at that time. In Brazil, CDs came late. So, a lot of that time, like late 80s, some record labels, they started releasing less LPs and then more CDs because CDs were huge at that time. It was like the big deal, correct? But in Brazil, it got late. And so, some albums, they were releasing only a few copies in some countries, and for example in Brazil they released there until like early 90s because CDs there got late. I'll give you an example here right now. The album here, Mr. Big, is from 1993. It's a Brazilian pressing. It was never released in the United States on vinyl originally, okay? Maybe they released after that like a reissue, but not originally. Same as this Lingo Balloon here, and the Madonna here too. They are both Brazilian pressings. Never released on LPs, United States originally. Collecting albums for me is something different. A vinyl, since when you grab like a record with like the cover, you can feel that. For me, I consider this like as a piece of art. This is art for me.
It's also cool to have like the physical cover in your hand.
A lot of artists these days, they are even not releasing maybe CDs anymore. They are releasing albums. What I see this every day is getting stronger, Vinyl records, they are like really growing. And I see the artists today that I support, some new artists, they're all doing in vinyl, in records. Of course, children albums. We have a lot of children that they start like getting into the vinyl, and also parents that like to play with them.
The first time we walked into a store, she picked up 2 albums. One was Patsy Cline, and the other was Kiss. And so I thought what a cool opportunity it would be to showcase some cool music that's not being played off of an electronic device at home.
I'm so grateful to be here today, living that dream that it's on my own record shop. What I see about the trace of the people that come to the shop, it's about their interest about music, They love music. Music is like for me it's everything, and we see music really is important everywhere,
I'm trying to pass something on to my daughter.
It's just sound quality so much better.
Would you prefer listening to vinyl or digital?
For Kiss, I think vinyl, and digital, other songs, like Taylor Swift.
I have a pretty large collection, so I am definitely going to have to say vinyl.